I am traumatized by evil. I'm traumatized by lies. Ann Kelly was supposed to be a good person. I was excited that she got elected. I was excited that new eyes would look at it, but instead she goes in there immediately. I'm going to suck the judge's dick, and she's sitting there saying that she's going to give the opposite argument that I give. If I say that I had no police protection, she's going to argue the opposite. Doesn't fucking matter if it's true or not. She don't give a shit about the goddamn truth. That is not what she's there for. She's there to fuck over anybody who gets kidnapped by the cops. The cops kidnapped you? What, you respected the law? You respected planning and zoning? You paid for your permits? And then when they said you're arrested, you respected that decision too? Well then, fuck you! Ann Kelly lied in defense of Phil Greeny. She claimed that Phil Greeny wasn't needed to lay the foundation. The judge says, is that true? Is he needed to lay the foundation? And I was confused. And I was kind of like, no. I didn't really say an answer. I'm traumatized. Ann Kelly's a lying piece of shit. I understand you got to press charges to the fullest extent of the law. But you're allowed to go above and beyond. Are you allowed to be a criminal piece of shit too? Ann Kelly is an asshole criminal piece of shit. Ann Kelly is going to cover up so many fucking Nazi motherfucking crimes because I was kidnapped by the cops. I had 39 shots. 39 fucking shots! 8 assassination attempts. We're going to pursue every accusation to the fullest extent of the law, right? Bullshit! Bullshit! The system doesn't fucking work. They're protecting fucking Nazis. They're protecting literal Nazis. There's literal Nazis in Southwest Costilla County. Phil Greeny, Nazi. That motherfucker's been stalking me over 100 fucking stalking crimes. 13 fucking shots. She believed Jacqueline Mitchell. Like Jacqueline Mitchell can't run over people's dogs. 12 fucking times she tried to kill Tim. Why? Well, hell, one of her buddies just killed one of my fucking dogs and she wants to get in on that. She wants to get in on that shit. What am I supposed to do? Some fucking stupid ass criminal piece of shit driving up and down the fucking road like they want to provoke my dog to go run out there and so she can murder him? You guys are sick pieces of shit. You guys are sick. I'm so fucking traumatized by your wickedness. How can you be so shitty to people? How can you commit crimes against people? And then if you're the authorities, how can you ignore that crimes are happening? That's your job. Your fucking job is to fucking stop crimes. America is broken. America is irrevocably broken. For the first 2 years, Phil Greeny gets to stalk me to where I don't get to live my life. What if I would have gone out there and arrested him? I wonder, let's see, that they would have got me with kidnapping then. Hey, you can't arrest our buddy. We can only arrest you. He can commit all the crimes that he wants to with you. Is he allowed to shove green beans up my kids' asses? Because that's what you motherfuckers like to do. For 5 fucking years, that's all they did. Shove green beans up the asses of children. Did Phil Greeny tell the McDonald's to stop? Did Troy Zinn tell the McDonald's to stop? Did anybody tell the McDonald's to stop? Who live out there now? Kenny Capin, Hiram, Nick Vallela. Come on, any one of you guys. James Bax, Ed Brewster. Ed Brewster loves to say the N-word. Nick Vallela loves to say the N-word. That McDonald's, when he got arrested, he says, "Get your hands off me, you Iraqis." Because you think you're back in Iraq right now? That was a little PTSD thing. So when I think about womankind, I've always been a feminist because you have to be a feminist. Women have the same political rights as men. Of course they do. But a lot of women are just overly fucking privileged, thinking they could go around just being fucking criminal motherfuckers, and we all gotta fucking say, well, you know, Jacqueline Mitchell, she's old, white Caucasian. She gets to commit crimes like she can't commit a crime with a vehicle. No, she committed a crime, and then she's acting crazy when she goes to the courthouse because a hit dog hollers. She's afraid that justice is about to prevail. She's about to get into trouble. But since Ann Kelly's trying to fuck me over, well, she listened to all of her lies. She listened to her emotional bullshit. And then walked away wanting to hurt me. He's harassing me. This subpoena's to harass me. That's what's really going on. Well, I suppose that's all he's doing is just hurting poor. Not hurting nobody. I didn't do anything to anybody. But it's almost like, I don't understand what the fuck your all's motherfucking problem is. And speaking English here, can you not fucking understand English? So I know I live in asshole America, asshole fucking sadistic America, and even if I put it in front of people, you gotta listen. You gotta figure out the truth. So here's this. And then you gotta give a damn. How do I tell people they gotta look and listen and study the evidence and then give a damn? Just tell them to? No, you gotta give a damn. No, you have to. She said that Phil Greeny wasn't needed to lay the foundation. No, he was needed to lay the foundation. She didn't give a shit. She's a lying piece of shit. She covers up the criminals who criminalizes people. She don't have any fucking morals. You think they were worried that for 5 years, you think Michael Gonzalez wakes up and like, oh my God, those kids are being raped for 5 years straight out there. You think he has any pangs of conscience whatsoever? They're bitch-ass pieces of shit. They play prosecutor. They play the judge. When cops kidnap a person, they'll fuck them over as best as they can. I know these courthouses. Motherfuckers all act like because you respected the court, respected the cops, you're automatically fucking, no, you're guilty. You're just guilty. Do you want to know the evidence or anything? Nope. Cop kidnapped you. You're guilty. Nazis kidnapped Anne Frank. She's guilty. What was she guilty of? Being Jewish? So she gets dysentery and syphilis and dies in a concentration camp. She's guilty. She was Jewish, you're right. And being Jewish was illegal. In Nazi Germany. I point out Anne Frank because Anne Frank goes with the Nazis voluntarily. She didn't kick and scream. She didn't do anything. They showed up at the door. About time for us to take you to go to your death. And they said, okay, yes, sir, I'm not gonna resist because that's illegal. You're not allowed to resist. I'd like to think that don't rape, don't murder, don't steal, don't attack people. I'd like to think those are crimes. The big ones. But really when it comes to the cops, it's all about protecting them and their fucking bullshit. You can't resist. If I wanna arrest you, you have to let me. Even if it's all some bullshit and trumped up charges. Hey, Judge, he's not letting me arrest him. Well, he's been respectful for the last fucking 4 years. He respected your dumbasses. He respected planning and zoning, respected the state courts, the state cops, the county cops. And for what? So you can keep fucking them over? All the cops who testified, none of them testified to arresting anybody or investigating anybody. So you think I'm just making up 39 shots to 8 assassination attempts? I have videotape on top of videotape. Even one videotape with the guy clicking his gun. I got the bastard. Right on fucking videotape. But Ann Kelly's smarter than the videotape. She don't care about the truth. She don't care about justice. A cop kidnaps you so she gets to rape you for the rest of your life. What are you talking about? And really, I guess it was me respecting these assholes. Just like Jacqueline Mitchell, if I was smarter, then I would just go to Ann Kelly and lie a whole bunch of times and lie some more and just be like, it was really Mr. Man who did it. That probably wouldn't work for me either. But Ann Kelly's going to believe motherfucking Jacqueline Mitchell's lies. Ann Kelly's going to lie in defense of Phil Greeny. You're allowed to pursue charges as far as the law will allow, but you're going above and beyond. You're lying. You're fucking criminal as fuck. And if you have to pursue every accusation to the fullest extent of the law, when the fuck are you going to do that? That is not the standard. They do not have any standards. It is not the Robert Ogburn standard. The Ann Kelly standard, the Michael Gonzalez standard is if a cop kidnaps you, that's it. Game over. You're guilty, guilty, guilty. Anne Frank? No, Frederick Douglass. You ran off the plantation. We captured you. You came back. No, J.C. Dugard. We kidnapped you fair and square. If a cop kidnaps you, Ann Kelly, Michael Gonzalez, they're not going to ask any cross-examination questions. If they hear about a crime, see video of a crime, they're not going to get cops to go after the criminals. They don't care about stopping criminals. They don't care about stopping crimes. You can't convince these rat bastard motherfuckers that right is right and wrong is wrong. You'd have all the evidence in the world. The only thing they believe is when a cop kidnaps somebody, then they get to play DA, they get to play judge and prosecutor. And if all the judge and prosecutor is doing is just trying to put a veneer of fucking... If all they're doing is rubber stamping the cops kidnapping, why do we even have the DA and the fucking judge? Just let the cops do whatever the fuck they want. Like we need some fascist piece of shit wearing a robe. Like we need a fascist, and they're a bunch of Napoleon motherfuckers. They couldn't live through what the fuck I had to live through. And they're telling me that, what, after being shot at by 39 times, 8 assassination attempts, all the cops not giving a flying fuck, they would have, what, gone out and made the arrest? How the fuck would they, if they were me in my position, what would they have done? That would have been better. Because I talked to the people in the neighborhood. I talked to the commissioner. 1 cop, 2 cop, 1 judge, another judge, 1 DA, another DA. 8 fucking DAs wrote the complaint in the language that they had to file their shit in. How many fucking times do I have to relive through this fucking bullshit trauma? We're going to ignore all of Jacqueline Mitchell's crimes against me and Kenny Capin and Hiram and Jepson. I remember Samuel Lee Jepson. I said, let's talk about womankind. Yeah. So I've always put women on a pedestal. They're the better half, right? They're full of morals and goodness and compassion, and they don't ever do anything wrong. I mean, they're just so great. Or wait a second, maybe I just think they're so pretty, and I'm putting my virtue on them. Is it possible that I just think women are pretty, and I'm putting my virtues on them, but really they're a blank slate, and they're just pretty? That's it. They're just pretty, and I'm adding all this other stuff because I'm projecting my virtues onto them.
A lot of people think I'm insane because I don't think women should vote. Everybody thinks I'm crazy for this opinion. If anything, this is probably my most extreme opinion. 90% of women have been on birth control. 1 out of 3 women has had an abortion. 1 out of 3 women has an STD. Average body count is over 5, so your average wife has slept with over 5 people. 95% of women are not virgins on their wedding days. So I understand the complaint.
Okay, well, Paul joins me now alongside political journalist Ava Santini.
So I'm thinking of Lori Vallow right now. So Lori Vallow said she had a secret power. And what was her secret power? Well, she can get, sometimes she could get a man all titillated, and then the man that she's with is in danger. So that's her secret power, is that she has a vagina, and she could get other men in the world turned on. And when those other men are turned on, they'll see the man that she's with as a threat and want to hurt the man that she's with. That's her secret power. So when these motherfuckers, Jacqueline Mitchell's going around telling everybody, look, he called me an asshole. You try to kill Tim 10 times. You know what I'd rather have done? Just got you arrested and then had to deal with you in court, testify against you in court. But they didn't make the arrest. What else could I have done? The only justice I got was calling her an asshole on the 12th time. And then she kind of stopped. So it was like maybe once after that, but she didn't do it anymore after that. I don't want to be called an asshole. Well, I didn't want that to happen. I just want to keep on trying to kill dude's dog for no reason over and over again. Why did he call me an asshole? And act like she's the victim. So the crime happened to me, and the shame isn't mine. The shame is you. The shame is hers and everybody else that fucking ignored this shit. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. That's the God-honest truth, because you let one criminal fuck do that crime, they'll always do crimes. You think the people that committed crimes out there are going to stop committing crimes? It's what they do. It's their bread and fucking butter. It's only how many more times, how many more people are going to be victimized by these pieces of shit? What is this? 310. Where do you think 310 is from? Area code 310. USA. Wait, is that Mexico? West Los Angeles? What the fuck is this bullshit? Let's find out. Yeah, who am I speaking with?
Hi, this is Jennifer. I was looking for Maria.
There's no Maria here.
Oh, I'm sorry. When I heard the voicemail, it was a man and not, but I was...
Yeah, it's a Colorado number. You're calling out of California looking for Maria. I'm a Colorado.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, thank you.
Okay. You believe that? I don't believe any of that. I just randomly called your number. Liar. So hopefully that's not more bullshit. People are fucking with me on my fucking YouTube page, on my phone. I don't have any family. And because I thought I had people, I hadn't been out there making friends. So I don't really have any friends. I don't have anybody to go to. I don't have anybody in this world to go to. Some piece of shit, influential piece of shit starts committing crimes against you and they want to really believe it's the other person. This has happened to me so many fucking times. There's one time we got into a fight and he got the better end of me. But I guess I threw a couple rocks at him. But he was the boss's friend. And the boss just didn't want to believe that his buddy was the one that was started. He just didn't. Later on, he's going to fire him. So later on, he's going to find out that he's a piece of shit. But the guy started, bullshit with me. And I told him what happened. But he really just didn't want to believe it. And then he kept his job and I had to go work in the shop. And I only did that for like 2 days and got bored with it. And then I quit. So that's corruption. That's not fair. That's not right. And the whole thing that started was I took a drink out of a cup. There was some water in a cup and I just took a drink out of it. And he said, "You'll get AIDS." And I said, "That isn't how you get AIDS." And then that was it. Now we're fighting because he's a dumb fuck who's a piece of shit. And he's, apparently wanted to be the fun, cool, interesting guy. Anyways, I'll come back.